Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luke of Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing news. Big story tonight. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
That's right. It's going to be big because we're going to be talking just Injustice, Gods Among Us. You know what? I knew the story, but this was actually the first time I sat down and read it.
Wow. Have you played the video game?
Yeah. I think, did they do more than one? Because, yeah, I remember like early on when it first came out, I played it. Yeah.
No, I haven't played any of the video games, so.
I believe I have. It's for PlayStation 3, which is that's how long ago it was, kids, because I know they're on 5 now.
Wow. PlayStation 3. Are we up to PlayStation 5 now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I haven't gotten any since the 3, but yes.
Well, it says this story takes place before the start of the video game.
Because I think in the game Superman's already in charge and stuff. It's basically just like a fighting. It's it's almost like like Street Fighter and all. Just like fighting.
Like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, you pick two characters. Yeah, you just go at it. Yeah, just beat each other's brains out.
Game over.
Oh yes, this says the one that I have is Injustice Digital Chapters 1 through 18. Yeah, it says the copyright of this is 2013.
Yeah, because the digital copy, the digital chapters, I think it went up. The first year was like 35 or 36. Yeah. So this was your pick. So I don't know. I mean, it was.
So we could talk about the sadness of TikTok. I mean, he's actually not in it that much, but his death is like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's a good story, but I would never. He's in it, but I would never be like, oh, this is a Nightwing story. But
no, it's not. But he dies, and like that's where we're coming in.
He kind of has to. I mean, okay, spoilers for that. If you're a DC fan, you probably know this already. But yeah, the whole story is, it's a storyline where, long story short, Joker engineers the death of Lois Lane. Superman, goes crazy, kills the Joker, and decides, oh, I can save the world, but basically taking things over. And of course, who has a problem with that? Bruce.
Batman.
But I mean, yeah, it's sad Dick dies, but I think Dick has to die because more so than anyone else, don't you think Dick would be the one to like talk Clark off that dark ledge?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the way they have it set up, it's definitely a Batman Superman thing. So I think it's kind of like if Batman can't do it, I think more they needed Dick to die so that to make it even more to break Bruce and Damian up more.
True, and I mean, I think Dick would do his best to try to keep Clark and Bruce from escalating, But yeah, I mean, it's spoilers, completely accidental, but Damian's the one who kills Dick.
Right, yeah. And so I think they wanted, or I think that Tom Taylor, he's the writer, I think he wanted the rift between Batman and Robin to be more than just you kind of sympathize with Superman versus I don't. Because I feel like if I kind of feel like if Dick had not died, I think Damian might have still stayed with Bruce, even though Damian is obviously sympathetic because, he's Damian, because he'd be sympathetic to Clark's kind of like, we need to, make sure that,
Well, yeah.
nothing happens kind of thing. At the same time, I think that Damian would have some problems with Superman being the one to do it because, Damian is from the League of Shadows and presumably, I don't think we see that. I don't know, but presumably Superman would also be kind of putting the hammer down on the League of Shadows.
That is interesting. Yeah, because I can see Damien seeing good in the plan because he is an Al Ghul, but it's we don't see unless they come in later. We don't see the League of Shadows. If they stay quiet, I don't think Superman's going to come after them unless they cause trouble. But the whole thing with Damien, it gets worse because when Dick dies, Bruce is like, my son is dead. I think he grieved for Dick more than he ever would have grieved for Damien.
Bruce like pretty intense, which is also why I wanted us to read it. But that's my opinion. Is I think the way they wanted it set up because it's an alternate universe, it really goes into a video game. I think everybody aside from Superman and Batman, and to a certain extent Wonder Woman, has a very subsidiary role. So I think that Nightwing dying was more to break up Bruce and Damian.
Oh yeah. Again, then like I said, I think he would be been maybe somewhat of a calming influence on both sides. I don't.
Yeah, potentially, but since like Superman, lost their child too, so like he doesn't have any kids. He doesn't have like John. He doesn't have somebody to.
Yeah.
I think that would be.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah, Lois was pregnant. Yes.
Reading this again, I think the thing that kind of freaks me out the most is actually the depiction of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I wonder if there's an outside influence or something. She is a warrior, but it's just like, it just seems, she's willing to go a little too far.
Well, and I think what kind of annoyed me was some of the, like, when she has that conversation with Ares, and Ares is like, will you take Lois's place? Like, are you going to get in his bed kind of thing? I was like, whatever. I can understand Ares saying that because he's, he's a Greek god. That's how they roll. But Diana not immediately putting the smack down and being like, shut up, dude. I'm my own person, but kind of being like, I'll do whatever he needs me to do because I believe in him and stuff. I was like, I don't know. It seems a little sexist to me, honestly.
Yeah. Well, again, that was that period, what'd you say, 2013? That's 2 years in the New 52. They kind of made those two like an item then. So it kind of goes along with that. Again, we're in the, the era of New 52. So yeah, I don't know. Again, maybe if we read further, maybe there's some kind of outside maybe Ares is influencing Wonder Woman. I don't know. But again, did you ever read Flashpoint when Barry Allen went back in time, tried to save his mother, and created this whole alternate universe?
I read some of I didn't read the main Flashpoint. I read the one that was like Dead Man in the Flying Graysons, and I know Jason ended up as a priest.
Yeah.
And I know that Bruce died and Thomas Wayne became Batman.
Yes. Oh, it was even worse than that. Yeah, Bruce dies that night. Yeah, his dad becomes Batman. His mother goes insane and becomes the Joker.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but no, I was gonna say the big thing is like Aquaman and the Atlanteans are like waging war against Wonder Woman and the Amazon. So I mean, yeah, Wonder Woman and Aquaman are kind of yes, very brutal in that reality. So I don't know if that's
Yeah,
part of
you
the
kind of do get that a little bit here.
alternate reality. Yeah.
I think maybe the other thing is Nightwing dying, aside from just putting Bruce and Damian on opposite sides. I think, I mean, because Bruce doesn't really start actively creating a resistance until afterwards. And I'm wondering if that partially is, I think to a certain, I mean, he obviously blames Damian, but I'm sure part of him also blames Superman. Because if Superman wasn't going to, you know, destroy stuff in Arkham, you know, this never would have happened.
Oh yeah. And at this point,
Because,
yes, Superman's killing. You know, he's killed the Joker. They even, you know, he's blaming Bruce. He says, you know, Lois would still be alive if you had killed the Joker years ago. Meanwhile, and you know, before that happened, Superman would be the first one to say, no, don't kill the Joker.
right. And so I know that this is something that DC kind of likes to do because this has happened more than once, right? It's like whenever they want to have an evil Superman, don't they always kill Lois? And they're like, that's what would do it.
Lots of times, yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, modern time, that seems to be the way they go.
Yeah. And I mean, they're going to do what they're going to do. To be honest, I don't really see that happening. I mean, I don't think that the way they write, you know, the truth. I mean, I guess I feel like we should ask Mark Waid sometime, but I feel like Mark Waid would say, even if Lois died, even if Lois was killed by the Joker, Superman would not do this. But I think that in the wake of Dark Knight Returns, people like to see Batman versus Superman fights, and because Batman has become DC's number one, it's like basically Batman has to always be right, so they have to find a way to make. Maybe if they were doing Batman versus Superman fights in, you know, the 60s, Batman would be the one who was wrong and Superman would be the one who was right. But they didn't really get into it until the era when Batman was top dog, because prior to that they were friends.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, they just needed I think Tom Taylor just wanted a catalyst for, you know, for Superman, you know, going dark like that. So that, I guess that's the easiest way to do that. And again, this is so weird. I mean, the story's good, but it's like, it's Tom Taylor who's writing the current Nightwing, and it seemed, you know, so light in the current books, and it's so dark in this, you know.
Well, I mean, I get the sense it's a pretty dark video game, so
Yeah.
Super,
basically all these people are like fighting each other. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, initially, I mean, it takes a while because, you know, you see after Superman's parents get kidnapped, that Nightwing is one of the people that's at the watchtower to help find them. You know, and even Batman, when he goes to the president, which is the president supposed to be Lex or somebody else?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, he has hair.
It's just a random president. Yeah, because they eventually find Lex, like he's like buried under some rubble in Metropolis. Yeah, I think he had like some kind of bunker. Yeah, because they even say like, I guess Lex. I think it was like an original character. It wasn't anybody. You know, a pre-existing character. They said he had a super speedster on payroll who, you know, who was paid to like rush him to the bunker when, you know, things started going, you know, Metropolis was getting destroyed.
Right. But yeah.
But yeah, no, Lex comes out and he starts helping Superman.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then like I said, I wasn't totally keen.
I mean, I know he's grieving and he's probably not in his right mind, but shouldn't Clark start to question himself? He's like, hey, Lex is on board with this.
Right. But I suppose it's also, you know, an interesting, and I do get it. I mean, I'm more of a Batman person kind of thing, obviously, but I do understand when people make the argument that a huge part of what makes Superman, and I think, this was their thing, the ultimate hero is he could do this.
Yeah, and he chooses
Easily.
not to.
And
Yeah.
he doesn't. Yeah. And that's very impressive.
And that's the thing, well, let me unless it's the Snyderverse. Any other time, his parents raise him, the Kents raise him the right way until, so he wouldn't do this, Meanwhile, the Snyderverse, the dad just like, hide your powers, let people die.
But anyway, we can specifically get to the Dick stuff. So this I find weird. He has brown hair. It's like one of the artists draws him with brown hair.
Yeah. I did. That was standing out to me in some of these panels. I was like, what's with the brown hair?
But even though it's not a Nightwing book, we still get butt shots. And of course, this is like a classic Chekhov's gun kind of page. Like, why do we see them training and Damian throwing an Eskrima stick at Dick? Because that's going to be important later on.
Because that's the whole thing. It's like, Dick's always sees it coming, yeah.
And as Dick says, Superman grabs it, and he's like, that's not very sporting, Damian. Dick says, it's okay, Superman. I knew it was coming. He tries it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then Bruce and Clark have their angry chat.
Oh, is this the one? Is that the one where when Superman's leaving, he walks past Alfred on the stairs?
Yeah. So then at the end, then it's like intercut with the fight with the Amazon, with like Wonder Woman and Aquaman. But yeah, then Clark's giving Bruce shit about being a bad dad. He's like, have you consoled Dick and Damian? Have you helped them? Your parents died and left you, Bruce. What's your excuse for not being a father? And then Bruce punches him and it breaks his hand. And then Bruce is making his last-ditch effort. You're right. I'm not saying I'd act differently if I had your abilities. I'm not saying I wouldn't try to impose peace, but you're a better man than I am. He says, I can't. And then, that was pretty great when he says, staying for Team Master Kent? I'm afraid not, Alfred. And you don't have to call me Master, Alfred. Good. Let's remember that.
No.
Alfred! Always on his game. Oh, yeah. I had to put, for one to remind me, the saddest part for me was this dead kangaroo. Because like I said, when I read this, I knew that Dick was going to die because it was all over the internet that Dick died by the rock because people were like, oh my God, he's an acrobat. I can't believe he would die by a rock. Which, of course, like we'll get to that. That's not, that's kind of what happened, but like it's more layered than that. It's not just like he was clumsy. People were like, kind of thing. So I knew that. But then this one, and he's like, a red kangaroo is 6 feet tall and 200 pounds of muscle. I was like, yeah. And then the next one, no, there it is dead. I was like, no.
Yeah, Flash on that highway. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is supposed to be Barry Flash, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. But then we get into the main event. And I like how they had that kind of like flash forward. So something bad is going to go down, right?
That look on Bruce's face, yeah.
Like, I'm abandoned again. My son is dead. And you're like, uh-oh. And then they're in the Batcave. And they're like, they're going to Arkham. And then Dick has some pretty great lines in this when Damian's like, yeah, I'll go and help Superman burn Arkham to the ground. Damian, you're 13 years old. How are you the darkest thing in this cave?
Yes.
That's pretty good. And then Damian's freaking out like, have you considered for a second you might be wrong? Well, then Dick, you do see his point, right? You know how annoying it is when you don't answer? I mean, you may think silence illustrates your point, but it's also just kind of douchey. You were never as stubborn as Damien. No, for someone to be that stubborn, they really have to be directly related to you. He's like, you understand why we can't let them do this. It's like, of course, but you've had way longer to indoctrinate me. Bruce is like, Dick. Like, it's okay, Bruce. I get it. Let's go defend a bunch of horrible murderers from the world's greatest heroes.
Yeah.
And then somehow Damien ends up there. I don't know if he called Superman and asked him to come give him a pickup. But yeah, I thought that Barry was not going to be on the Superman side, but then he is at Arkham.
Yeah.
Although initially their Arkham thing is, Superman says he's just taking them to another prison, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I read to the end of year one, and I still don't think they revealed where they're at. So yeah, supposedly he's just taking them to another secure, where they can't get out.
But then classic Batman, it's revealed that the day he met Cyborg, he uploaded a virus just in case.
That's so Bruce. I believe it.
It's so Bruce. And then Nightwing stops it. Everyone calm down. I think the best quote, we don't want to look bad in front of the psychopaths. That's great. Also, I like Harley's justification. No one should ever have to justify a fake mustache.
Yes.
That's pretty good. We get the fighting. He said, Dick's like, you can release some of that tension. Trying to hang with Damien. Of course, you were just lulling Grundy into false sense of security by putting your head in his fist.
Yes.
But anyway, he sticks up for Damien with Bruce. He's like, oh, that's cool. Robin was in control. But then, awesome flips and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then what makes Damien so mad is when Dick says, Robin, that's enough. He's like, they don't deserve our protection. And he says, Robin doesn't beat people once they're down. You're not Robin anymore. Stop telling me what to do. And then, oh, look. Oh, no. He throws the stick. And then, Dick's not clumsy. He gets hit in the head. I choose to interpret it as he loses consciousness.
Yeah, I think that's what I thought. He knocked him out. Yeah, and then when he falls, he hits.
Yeah, he knocked him out because it hit his head, hit his temple, and then, in the worst of luck, as he's falling, as he's losing consciousness,
hits his neck. I'm pretty sure it breaks his neck. So yeah,
breaks his neck on that rock. And
that's when we get his whole, now we see why Bruce is saying, my son.
Yes. And he's like, Dick. Superman says, everyone back to your cells. Damien's already crying. Robin's like, what did you do? What did you do? I didn't mean to. Get off of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone's watching. They're like, whoa, this is bad news. It's like, he's gone. I'm abandoned again. My son is dead. It's pretty hardcore. Although I remember reading, it's like, but you also have another son.
I know, but I mean,
I know he's mad. I know he's mad right now, but I was like,
it was an accident, but it's like, do you really want to be around Damien yes, accidentally, but he just murdered Dick.
Right.
Okay,
But at the same time, the way Bruce reacts in the worst possible way, so that it solidifies their breakup and that they're going to be enemies.
Okay. Well, it kind of makes sense because it's Bruce. He's not good with trauma.
I know. I'm just saying.
I know. And again, I know we have like a 50 million characters we have to get to in this story, but it's like, where's Tim? Where's Jason?
I don't think they're ever in it.
I mean, at least the first year they're not, unless they show up later on. But
I don't think they're in it.
yeah, not the. I was gonna say not the one you have in your hand. Yeah, they might, unless they show up in year 2 or something. But yeah, Dick's like I think Dick's the only one in that like generation even that's in this story because I don't remember seeing Donna or Wally or Roy or anybody either. So
Yeah, and I think at the end, well, Raven's in it.
yeah, oh yeah, Raven's in it. Yeah,
but yeah,
not much. Yeah,
but at the end, I don't even think Batgirl's in it.
no, I don't
this
remember
one.
seeing Barbara at all. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Huntress and
Yes.
Batwoman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been a while since I read it. But yeah, you don't have Batgirl in this one. So yeah, they're smaller number of characters.
And it's not a Dick moment, but there is a badass moment at the end of year 1.
Yes.
Well, Superman and Lex are like, they're like, Lex is like, we need more people on our side. So like Lex starts coming up with like this drug that people can take to give themselves superpowers. And Batman and his team sneak in to like analyze it, because they don't want this to happen. I mean, Green Arrow dies getting the drug out. Bruce takes it back to the cave, analyzes it. Clark comes for him. Clark almost kills Bruce. Guess who takes some of the drugs they were analyzing and beats the holy shit out of Superman?
Alfred.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It was so great. I mean, he's literally punching Superman in the head. I'm like, yes, because he's about to kill Bruce. I'm like, yes.
Right. Yeah, kind of forgotten about that. Yep. Well, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't appear a lot, but I've read some of the other ones, and I think that Dick comes back. He comes back a couple times as Dead Man.
Well, I was gonna say, if not before, maybe next year. Maybe we'll, if you want to do year 2, we can get in there. When he comes back as Dead Man.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just a few issues, so you don't have to.
Well, he's only in a few.
And then Damian at some point does become Nightwing as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can get into all that.
So yeah, yes. I mean, it's not a main Dick Grayson event, but he's pretty famous for dying. Oh yeah, there it says this blockbuster game was from the creators of Mortal Kombat. There you go.
That's pretty much what it is.
Game over.
Oh yeah, like I said, yeah, he's not a huge.
Just Alfred. Wow. He's like, no more. First he headbutts Superman in the face, and he just starts beating on him. He goes, no more. He's like, you do not get to hurt my family anymore. And just he's pummeling him. Then he helps Bruce get away.
That's cool.
Oh no, wait, there's Cyborg's in here. He's on Superman's. At the end, he's on Superman.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I figured, Cyborg was in the Justice League.
Yeah, again, this is that new.
So I guess I felt like.
Yeah, we're 2 years in the New 52, so he was. It's it's an alternate universe, but again, New 52, they were just like, oh hey, he was a founding member of the Justice League, which is
right. So it kind of felt like he wasn't really Dick's friend.
No, it's like you're gonna kill all that history between him and everyone else, Gar, everybody.
Well, now they brought it back, so there you go.
I know. But that just made no sense. It's like if do you want a black character in there? Fine, make it have John Stewart be the first Green Lantern in the Justice League. Fine, have Black Lightning in there as a founding member. Fine, you didn't need to use Vic. There's New 52. They could have did anything.
They could have.
I just don't think they planned that like too well when they started it. Kind of just jumped in and we're like, okay, go. What's the plan? Oh, go.
Who did they replace with Cyborg? Was it Martian Manhunter or was Martian
Yes.
Manhunter still?
Martian? They replaced Martian Manhunter. Yeah. So that was kind of weird too. It's like, well,
I mean, you could have just made it bigger.
that's true. I mean, I guess it would get too unwieldy. I don't know. But yeah, the best books of New 52 were all the Batman books and the Green Lantern books because they changed those the least because they were selling the best.
Mm-hmm. Always about the money.
That's right. Oh, did you see the news? I mean, I don't know if it might not be any Dick Grayson in it, but I think it said in the fall, maybe either August or September. I think Mark Waid's writing. It's either a 4 or 5 issue series. Batman versus Robin.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah.
Wait, is it supposed to be Bruce and Damian?
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's something that happens at the end of Shadow War or something. But yeah, I'm pretty sure from the art it's Bruce versus Damian.
No, I didn't see that.
I mean, depending how he writes it, I mean, Dick would have thoughts on that.
Yes, yes. I imagine that Tim and Jason would as well.
And then again, I don't know if Dick's gonna have any part of it, but I saw another link today. It said I don't know if it's during or like right after Batman vs. Robin. I guess they're bringing back Batman Incorporated.
That would also suggest, okay, so it's supposed to be like a right now. It's not like a...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, unless they tell us otherwise later. But yeah, right now I think it is
like
continuity. Yeah.
Kind of like when they did Robin and Batman. That wasn't right now.
Yeah.
That was, its own thing. Nope. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I just saw the Batman Incorporated today, and then the Batman vs. Robin. They only announced that in the last day or two. So again,
supposed to come out in the fall.
I think in the fall. It might be September. I don't think it's August, but I think it might be either August or September. So,
are you sure it's Damian and it's not that new random adopted son of Batman's?
No, I don't think he's making it out of that Gotham Knights TV show. I mean, when their biggest headline, I mean, I love Stephanie Brown, but when your biggest headliner is Stephanie Brown, I'm like, really?
I mean, it feels like it's going to be sad for Stephanie, to be honest.
It's a CW. I mean, it's going to be a CW
show. Does not sound great.
No, I saw a CW. It's a CW show. I saw someone online saying, "Oh, where's Batman trolling for Robins now in Starbucks?"
But he's not Robin. It's his thought. I mean, it doesn't.
I know.
Yeah,
everyone's ripping on it. I even told Lilith, I'm like, if Kristen can't say something nice about it, I'm like, this thing is crap.
I mean, like, I don't know. When I read about it, I was like, this does not sound like my cup of tea. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying. You can't use Dick, Jason, Tim, none of them.
I know, right? Yeah,
it's like 4 sons. You can't use any of them.
It's not. Yeah, heck, you could have used Terry. Although I guess Terry's not a... Yeah, it's like he has so many.
Or Duke, somebody, it's...
Right. But it said Turner Hayes? Who is that?
Again, a completely made-up character.
Yeah.
They love making Batman shows that tangentially just barely touch Batman.
I know. I mean, also it feels suspect because they're going to have Dula Dent in it.
I know. Yeah.
Well, whatever. I guess our last Nightwing thing, did you see Young Justice?
Oh, no. I wanted to watch it real quick before we started, and I didn't get a chance. No, what? Anything good? Spoil it.
I mean, like it was a good episode, but it was funny. They need to find that bus, and they find the bus all smashed up. So Zatanna calls on some Trollowogs, I think is how you say it. They're like little gremlin things to put the bus back together. And to convince them to do it, they're at a car junkyard and they say, you can take any car you want. And of course, they want the car that they came in on, which is Dick's car. And they're like, they point at that car. And he's like, that's my car. Come on, guys. I'm not Bruce Wayne. And then they also take Dick's snacks, and he's like, ugh.
Oh my.
So that's funny.
But yeah, after that one, I think there's 3 more episodes this season. So
yeah, it goes to 26, right?
Yeah, and I think
and I think there was 5 with 3 more.
Yeah. So
Exciting stuff is happening. They had a lot of that was a good episode. They brought a lot of characters, like Halo was in that one. Violet. So people who hadn't been in it for a while, a number of them were back.
But yeah, the Gotham Night show is funny. I told you the other day, Nightwing, or no, Dick Grayson, I think, was trending on Twitter, and it was just like all these people saying, "What? No Dick Grayson in this show?"
Yeah, but then you were saying
people love.
Then you were saying people were happy.
What?
People were happy he's not in the show because they think it sounds like a
Oh
disaster.
yeah, it has to be crap. Yeah. Well, that's like during all the Snyderverse stuff. I'm like, I want Dick to have a movie, but if they're gonna put him in the Snyderverse or pull some, make a crappy movie, I don't know if I want him to be.
I don't want it to be grimdark. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be, as hilarious as Deadpool, or something. But yeah, I don't want it to be like, Batman versus Superman.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, why don't they play that? Why don't they play that up for movies and stuff? It's like you can have a Batman with a sense of, kind of like a Batman, but he has a sense of humor. He has friends,
He could swing by the Batcave, exchange a few quips.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to have a moody, dark,
Well, we'll see how they do with the Batgirl movie, and then that'll give us a better sense that they can be trusted. Which I'm still salty they haven't said that's going into theaters, because that's some BS.
Wait,
it's a bad look, DC. Oh, we can't send the girl movie to theaters? Get out of here.
When did they make that? Was the movie delayed? Because I was going to say, did they make that decision like a year or 2 ago? Or
yeah, I think it was delayed, but initially they were always like, "Oh, it's going to go straight to HBO Max."
I mean, it's weird because even the Batman, it hit HBO Max 45 days after it hit theaters, so they didn't wait a long time for that. Even they didn't even wait.
Which is good because that movie was really long.
3 hours, yeah. I
know. I didn't drink anything beforehand and didn't get any beverages at the theater, so I could make it the whole time. And even then, I actually didn't make it, and I ran out. But thankfully, I timed it well, and I came back, and I was like, "What happened?" And they were like, just someone fighting." I was like, "Okay."
I'm usually pretty good, but usually by the end of the movie, I might just be like, "I gotta go.
Like, I'm dying.
I mean, I like them. It's better than like Justice League and Batman v Superman. I like Pattinson better than Affleck.
Also better than Dark Knight Rises as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, Batman wasn't even in half that movie. He was in a pit.
I'd say it's the best Batman detective one you've had in a long time.
Yes.
Because even in a lot of the Tim Burton movies, or those ones, he's not that detective-y. And in the Christian Bale ones, it's very technology focused.
Yeah. The only real detective work was that one where he's like, putting the bullet together. He pulls that bullet out of the wall, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Again, yes, more detective work.
Indeed.
All right. So, anything else?
Nope.
But yes, thank you for recommending this. I've been meaning to read Injustice, and yes, it's good. I mean, I don't know. It seems like they go to the dark Superman thing a little too much these days, but no, I mean, it was good. Of course, it was Tom Taylor, so it was good.
No, I think you're right though about the dark Superman, because that's the default. Because Batman is the #1 seller. It's like Batman always has to be right, so it can't be Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
and Batman being the bad guy. I mean, it could, but that's not the way DC is rolling as of late.
Well, that's my problem with the whole Snyderverse. It's like, Batman's popular, so let's make everyone dark. Well, you can't make everyone dark.
Yeah, also, you don't even have to make Batman that dark. I mean, the dude, you got a lot to choose from. You can also have him be somewhat less dark.
They think people like a dark Batman. I don't know.
That's because the loudest people like the Dark Batman, not the
That's true.
majority.
That's true. Make him smart. All right, kids. So, yes, coming up, we got 3 more episodes for June. Next week, we'll talk new Teen Titans games. Another one I've been meaning to read and I haven't, so this will be good.
It
And
takes you back. It's classic Wolfman and Perez.
oh, that's right. Yeah. And then in 2 weeks, we've been making you wait, but we'll cover the entire, 7 issues, Titans United.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 3 weeks, again, another one, the Robins miniseries. So we'll get to that. And then we'll be in summer of 69 in July. All of Kristen's favorite picks from 1969 for Dick Grayson. So you're going to be getting a lot of Robin. All Robin.
I mean, yeah, that's how it was in 1969.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Oh.
Nightwing was not even on the horizon.
Yeah, then August will start our combination of comics in a 66 episode, Batman 66 episode.
Nice.
So yeah, lots of good stuff coming, kids. So email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Share your thoughts with the world. You can find Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. Join the Nightwing fan group on Facebook. Find links to all the various social medias for all the shows we do. Subscribe to the YouTube. Everything we do gets a video, including all the creator interviews. So smash that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of anything we do.
Smash it.
And most important, please subscribe to the Patreon. We're all paying for this out of our own pocket. We don't come from old money. We don't have rich butlers. So please.
Rich butlers who will kick Superman's butt for us.
Yeah, that's right. So yes, please subscribe to the Patreon. Again, early access to the creator interviews, including every month, Mr. DG Chichester talks to me and Lilith about one of his comics.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And because Lilith Hellfire demanded it, superhero movie brackets, we will find the worst superhero movie of all time, even if it kills me. We've already crowned the Marvel winner. The May episode will be Batman Forever versus Batman and Robin. And you know Kristen will have strong feelings because Dick Grayson is in both those movies.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, of course, the June episode will be Superman 3 and Superman 4. Charlie and Lilith will have strong feelings on opposing sides of that. And, yes. And then in July, we'll be doing Catwoman versus Green Lantern with special guest Mr. Will Allred because, yes, he has strong thoughts about a certain character.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
So yes, you don't want to miss any of that. So subscribe to the Patreon or pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And Injustice is good, but kind of dark. So if you want a more light, hopeful take on Dick Grayson, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Wash that darkness away. Pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Literary masterpiece of our time. And if you need a quick cliff notes on who's Dick Grayson, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. If you think you know Dick Grayson, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Damn. All right. Thank you for joining us again next week. Teen Titans games. Send us your thoughts, kids. Come on. George Druitt. Come on. Send us your George Perez thoughts.
That's right.
Yay. We'll have to come up with like a new intro for July. We'll, just be like, holy 1969, Batman.
Holy Summer of Love.
And most of our shows, Marvel and DC, will be doing Summer of 69. So make sure you tune in to all of those. All right, kids. Until next time, join us same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News. Watch them rocks.